Well, hello everyone, I'm Darth Browner, and welcome to the first part of my Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All playthrough. And basically, this is Season 2 of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series, the sequel to the first game, as you can see here. So guys and girls, without further ado, let's get on with the show as we're going to play our first case. The Lost Turnabout. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Holy shit. What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title! What a nightmare. And I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. Huh? Looks like I hung up. Oh good. I finally found it. Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but it's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. Ah, my head is throbbing. And why does it feel so foggy in there? Good morning! Good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. People at their best first thing in the morning. Where's our fighting spirit? Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts. Roger that. Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I'd done something wrong. What? What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Life in my hands? You promised me. You said you would prove I was not guilty. Not guilty? Just when I thought all hope was lost. When all the other lawyers laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me. Ever! What is this girl babbling about? Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings. I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been really acting strange and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible. I mean, I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his clients, sir? I can't believe this. No, it's just, well, I think you have the wrong person. Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately? Trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? I guess I must have amnesia. Let's see, what can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl, I shall prove her not guilty. Can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Ah, someone please Tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from?
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggey Byrde.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honour. What is it, Mr. Wright? Are you talking to me?
Do you see any other defense attorneys here?
I guess not.
Now then, are you ready?
I guess I should say yes for now.
Are you ready, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honour. Wait a sec. Her life is in my hands. I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honour, my memory is kind of...
The court will not hear the defence's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I've told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten.
Actually, I have.
Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Yes, Your Honour. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's more worse, her lover was a fellow police officer. Policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me! And besides, Dusty and I, we weren't lovers like that. In any case, the prosecution will prove the guilty party is none of the defendant.
Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness.
It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie. Okay, and who are you again? Prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. Witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective.
Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know. You work under that detective? Yes, sir, and while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down, I believe you. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Expose Park.
Victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. Landon beat his body up bad and snapped his neck. Details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday.
Oh yes, the autopsy report, correct?
Why do I not remember getting a copy?
I think everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented.
The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. Results of the autopsy confirmed the time of death. If I may, Your Honour, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph.
Very well. The court accepts it into evidence. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention.
Yes, Your Honour.
Yes, sir?
Yes, I guess.
Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body.
Was there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second. What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. Alright, sir. I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. Court record? Yep. Info about police and people, evidence and people involved in this case are all listed here, sir. Yeah, look at the court record by pressing the R1 button. Cool. Right, tutorial mode. It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think I could totally be a legal aid instead.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honour?
Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later.
Sorry, Your Honour. Well, I guess I better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again?
Alright, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body?
That's simple, Your Honour. Broken pair of glasses.
That's right. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved down, sir, and held on to them as he fell.
Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? The glasses you're wearing? Yeah, this is my spare pair. These glasses they found at the scene of the crime are not mine, I swear, sir.
You sure about that?
Look, it was a coincidence that on the same day I accidentally stepped on mine. Coincidence, she said. Your Honour, I have further evidence to present.
Oh, you have more?
And this evidence is very decisive.
Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence.
There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During this date, the victim was pushed from the beach area, but he managed to write the name of the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name. Maggey, sir. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, hard not to say she's the culprit. This is a picture of the writing, Your Honour.
Why, this is... Yes, I can see her name is clearly written here.
Prosecution would like to submit this picture.
Understood. The court accepts it into evidence.
As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground. But I already told you those glasses aren't mine. How do you explain his dying message? It's conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir.
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examine? This is it. I'm counting on you. Sure, but what am I supposed to do? What? Isn't like you at all. No, it's the part where you get in the witnesses' faces. Get in their faces to do what? Guess there's no way around it. I'm going to lend you a hand. Prosecution's witnesses hide all things from the court. Means they lie from time to time. Lie? But isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like that detective, he does sort of look like a scatterbrain. It doesn't matter! Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to expose their lies.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honour. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be alright.
What is it?
What's come over me? That thing, I just blurted out objection. I yelled at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush! Detective Gumshoe.
You talking to me, pal?
Please state the defendant's name for me. What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright? You'll see, it's a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer defendant's name, if you please. Where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is Maggey Byrde. I think someone needs to check the court record. What? It says right here that it's Maggey Byrde. Ah, looks like the bird caught the cat napping.
What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir.
As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggey. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggey. This is a blatant contradiction of facts.
Oh,
how about that? I didn't even notice. But, maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly. Really, Winston? May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to have not known her name.
no! This is very true. Mr. Payne,
Yes, Your Honour.
are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim dust imprints were in fact lovers?
Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honour. They were a well-known couple in the police force.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant.
Yes, sir.
Officer Prince and Officer Byrde have been going out for about half a year. Sound like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Officer Byrde had got an Officer Prince a present, something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know because she came to me to ask what she should get for him.
Oh, those two sound like they were very close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck.
Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright.
Over 2 months ago?
Yep, she's a very considerate woman, pal.
So, what was his birthday present?
She got him a glove.
A single glove?
Why would she only give him one?
Actually, Your Honour, the glove in question is a baseball glove.
Oh, I see, a baseball glove.
Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. Baseball glove, Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago?
Yeah.
You saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Then what is it like?
She ordered it. It was custom made.
Custom made? The glove was custom made?
Yep, that's what I said.
So the glove was crafted and made. Your Honour, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case.
Yes, it would seem that there is a little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to this case?
I don't know where this will lead me, but of course it's relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Yes, bluffing to the max. Now this is the Mr. Wright I know. So happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it would take. This is great. Impressing people. Feels like I've done this before. As I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people.
Very well. If you're not that convinced, let's hear some more about the matter.
Actually, I bought the glove with me today. And?
Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry, show the glove to the court.
Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case.
Anyway, this is it, sir. It's rather yellow, isn't it?
It's like a bunch of bananas.
Officer Prince really liked the colour yellow.
And that's why you had to special order it. Yep, that's right. That and one other reason.
I think this court is hard enough. It's clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honour.
Now, if this is true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggey really written by the victim?
I see your point, Your Honour. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name of the ground.
Yes, sir.
We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we can confirm that the victim wrote his name with his right hand.
Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Thank you, Your Honour. Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this.
That's the glove, right?
Could you tell the court what is special about this glove?
What's special? Never really thought about it, but it's really yellow, and that's about it.
Yes, it's really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities. There's another reason why it's special.
What would that be?
It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person.
Left-handed? Well, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand, That's why it had to be custom made. I've never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale. Have you? Well, no. So, detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name of again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture, which is... Wait a sec. Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. Oh. I object. Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written the message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Order. When you think about it that way, then yes. It's not possible this name was written by the victim himself. That means Maggie is... No, it's not possible. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honour. The evidence proves that the prosecution has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. No! All right, you did it, Mr. Wright. I feel I can breathe again. It seems that we have reached a conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honour? Thank you, sir. See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. You joking? I'm more than ready to retire. I'll now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant... No, not yet. I mean, please give me a few more minutes, Your Honour. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? Prosecution's not finished yet. What do you mean? We would like to call our next witness to the stand. What? That's very twisty. What did this witness witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck? Order in the court. I believe recess in order. Afterwards, we will hear from this new witness. I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I have to see what I can find out during this recess. Can't let my guard down. It's going to get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for recess. Amnesia? Can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shot to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggey kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on. I'm sorry. And if I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. My husband probably won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'll be honoured to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So my name is Phoenix, right? What a weird name. This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. This is a business card. Got this from you as my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay, there's some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. I guess for now we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? Can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah, you raised it up when we talked about it at the detention centre, sir. Hurry up and tell me, this might be very important. Okay, Roger. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you, I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Well, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. We agreed to meet up at 6 o'clock. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where is the phone you found now? Gave it to you yesterday. To me. Is that phone in my... Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but my eyes lit up. Ah, you were here all along. You're so mean. I called you a million times but you wouldn't pick up. When I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Now who in the heck is this? Let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl too. Hey, good morning, Maggie. And good morning to you too, Maya. So how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh, and what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick, the thing you wanted me to bring. Thanks. What the heck is this, a list? Has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. Kinda tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good. No good? As in, there's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me! And where did you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. Awfully forgetful these days, Nick. Hope I never be a forgetful old prune like you. Actually, Mr. Wright is... Mr. Wright, but recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oops, guess you got to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck. Guess I've all the pieces now, more or less. Can't. Come on, Nick, back and move on. Yeah. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honour, but before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked the court might be a little lenient on... There is no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honour, the prosecution was the next witness. Drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Please state your name for the court, witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Alright, go ahead. Just now you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk? Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and coloured me wrongly. Sure, I suppose telling me you're going all old bag on me now. I have a rigorous search process. Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I'll be more careful from now on. Well, is he a human chatterbox? I have to question him? Fashion, cars, women, glasses, articles, university. First rates only need apply. Glasses, but you aren't wearing any glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people, your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry, what happened again? Oh man. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso, with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you are touched with that word. If you must, then by all means, but I remind you that I am in nowhere prepubescent boy, out on a walk with Mummy. If you must know, I am... Anyway, please testify to this court what you saw during your walk through the park. See, you said it again.
taking a walk, you.
What you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington.
I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well. I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. As I thought, I looked up and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant over there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer.
That was certainly a decisive testimony.
Decisive, Nick? Did you hear what he just said? Yeah, that's all you have to say. How can you be so calm? It's strange, my mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggey? Yes, and if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying.
You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright.
I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you can craft your lies. Mr. Wellington, I believe are the bananas you saw right here? So you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong.
Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Isn't that the baseball glove? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... no... Your Honour, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness... By the way, just how bad are your eyes? What are you asking me this all of a sudden? Your Honour, is it that simple mistake for a glove for a bunch of bananas?
No, I don't think so. Objection overruled.
You're one of those people, yes, you know what I mean. Like those people who refuse to accept Goliath's theory and... Sure, you know, we find this bananas refuse from I do think this proves doubt.
And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is.
Both 2200. You're going to tell me that's terrible, right?
Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then?
That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair right away. But you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How about when you witnessed the crime, were you wearing your glasses there? How about it, witness? You are an unrelenting, evil man. You're like those people who reject your own art, and created caught by horrible emotions. People that while she didn't do anything, she was burned at the... Which boils down to you not wearing your glasses. Were you not wearing your glasses at that time? Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. But the height difference is only 9 feet. It's very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path.
Witness. Please be more accurate in your testimony, remember. Person's life is at stake.
Yes, Your Honour. Now please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realised I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 PM when I made the call. They must have had a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes.
The person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away?
Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is a murderer.
Can we question the witness now, Mr. Wright?
Immediately, as in...
As in immediately, I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen, or did they not teach you that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You're in the victim's autopsy report. According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you called the police, it was 6:45. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Oh, I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Mr. Wellington? Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question. I mean, spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. Phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions as if you're trying to open all the layers of a Matryoshka doll. You think you're something special. Witness? I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it. Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone? You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What are you saying? The first-rate people are never allowed to lose things. I've heard that all genes have strength quickly, but by that rationale, I think simply people like even a God, he talks fast. Enough! Oh man. Wait, hold on a second, he lost his cell phone. Nick, that cell phone, could it be? You mean the phone Maggey found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Mr. Wellington, where is the cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. Oh, my phone, I'll have you know. See, here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that just maybe was his. Well, then, I think we cleared this issue up. Time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his cell was caused by a search for a phone booth. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? Your Honour, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course, this evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that witness on this. Yeah, I've got you. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. I have a crime scene photo. Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. If you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something's wrong with you. No, it's a phone booth. That's correct. All the defendant had to do is walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use that phone that was right in front of you? Order. What does reporting the crime a little late prove for defence? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. There is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, that is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there's no reason for him to kill for it. On top of that, we still had the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he's looking for something else. Was he? Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honour. Do you have any thoughts you'd like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? There is only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned, if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalised. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honour, I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police straight away? Mr. Wellington. What? Don't do that. You almost give me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find... I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. Tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order. Now, wait a second, hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honour, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, dust imprints grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit nearly had to find his glasses and search frantically for them. What he didn't realise was that they were under the victim's body. And that's why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course, that's precisely what I'm doing. I know I'm right, he is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah, it's so exciting watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. Trying to sink or swim, everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order. Your Honour, the defence is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Right? Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This is third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation to why you are not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's the name of the victim. Right, what about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggey? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggey, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write a name on the ground. But wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would the person would know her name was Maggey or Maggey? This is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Byrde before the trial. I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? Definitely a way. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn. The defendant's name was Maggey. Now will the defence please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So if I didn't. When you realised you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, how did you? Your Honour, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, are you going to continue? Where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honour. On the day of the murder, Maggey Byrde picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching with my phone. Is this yours? I'm glad you called. We can meet up and give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggey. That was when you learned her name was Maggey. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggey, but the name written on the ground was Maggey. This is a mistake that only could occur if you knew how her name sounded. Order. But Your Honour, the witness had no motive. Your point is, Very simple, Your Honour. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright, Your Honour, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honour. Are you sure, Nick? If I circle off an explanation, the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Now then, please present this court proof that witness had a motive. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? Phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group. What? Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrageous invasion of privacy. Looking up those phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. You're one of those people, you're just like the cops who raid up brilliant artists. It's such a genius awareness, special goddess of... I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this is about. I think any of you know what it's like to be such a refined man. Your Honour, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have this numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is... Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No. All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No, this is too much. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I've got you now. That police officer. Your Honour. What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honour, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. But please let's think about the content of the phone call. The defendant had already promised that she'd return the phone. And after all that Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Ben to get his phone back. Why would he need to kill anyone? Which is a valid point. What does the defense think about this? Logically it makes sense. Maybe we should think outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's say. Maybe that sideball saw something at the crime scene made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness? What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. No time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh. The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. Do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they'd already run a check on the phone. And he went into a panic, is what you're saying? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in his uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Impressive. Not bad for a person with third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence. Evidence! Oh, that guy really creeped me out. We were waving and talking about that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, which is going to be that. They're all on that phone. Who said that phone's really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence. You want proof that this phone number is yours? Ha! I told you earlier. The phone I lost, I've already found it. Don't you have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to? Plague me sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? Feels good to see you square. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Well, knowing that is meaningless as evidence. Your Honour, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone has to be something that I've overlooked. It's got to be. This phone has the names and numbers of the con group in its memory. Shown to you, Your Honour. I don't believe this. What are you talking about? I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honour. Mr. Wellens, Mr. Leston prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember when you got that from Maggie? You wiped up? Oh, what? Is there a sandal over it, so? I wiped it pretty thoroughly, too. It saves so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons against themselves. Oh, he's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the number stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington. What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you're too much. Of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my god, now I remember. That's what I hung up. Good, I finally found it. So that's when. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, well, it's so hard to get far, but if you don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free. No, this has to be his. How am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you can't prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis, and therefore no power. It's like you came up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself, you're merely a third-rate lawyer. Made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That is something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am? Court hereby concludes the cross-examination. That will be all. I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at Ultra Fancy Restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Please wait, Your Honour. Alright, Nick. I think I might be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honour, this exam has already ended. Besides, the defence is just going to branch to the witness with more inane questions. You'll not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honour. Very well, but it's your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. And yet one shot at this. If you cannot prove anything, it's over for your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honour. I'm sure you're well aware, but the cross-examination period is ended. Paying attention, Mr. Payne. I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh, Mr. Wright, it's your last chance. All comes down to this. It's go time. Please present the one piece of evidence to explain everything. Why, thank you. How nice. Yeah, please have one in mind. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honour, there's something very important about that card, and that is... This card is important because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Right now, but court's in a session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. If the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright, we're going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. All the idiotic, stupid things, too. What is my phone? And what is this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington. How strange. I can almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... No, I can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. Don't think I need to explain any further except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. So that's what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. In order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he's become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding? It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honour. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggey Byrde. That is all. Case is adjourned. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. So moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dusty. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me, My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the goddess of misfortune. And at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse, that my misfortune always seems to latch on those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. That's right, you were talking about this earlier. Happened again recently too, sir. There's an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. Gave her my hand and, before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. Just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Effing is all my fault. Dustin's death, her being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. Next time we meet. I'm sure I'll have found an ocean's worth of good luck by then. After all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name. You bet I'm going to make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks, you take care of yourselves too. What a horrible day. Got my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, that's what counts. Really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The Judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by other people's opinions, but in the end, Always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. Seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else. And this girl, Maya? He finally remembered. This is Maya Fay, my assistant. That's right, I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, After Nick, what's wrong? Keep staring at me, don't tell me you've missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. Guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick, let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay, okay. She hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. And that brings us to the end of today's video. This has been Darth Browner. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a like and hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you in the next video where we're going to be starting a brand spanking new case. Ciao for now, everyone. Bye, sees.